Welcome back, everyone. Let's continue with National Qualifications Frameworks, NQFs, and in this session, we will discuss how NQFs are managed. We will look at different organizations responsible for the development, implementation, maintenance, and quality assurance of NQFs. These organizations ensure that the qualifications meet national standards and are aligned with international benchmarks. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe and help us grow this channel. Feel free to make any suggestions for future topics. Now, who manages these NQFs? The role of custodianship usually falls to a national authority, often a government body or an independent agency, tasked with developing, implementing, and maintaining the framework. This custodian ensures that the qualifications within the framework meet national and international standards. 1. Government ministries and departments. These are often the primary bodies responsible for overseeing the entire education and training sector, including NQFs. They formulate policies, provide funding, and ensure the frameworks align with national educational goals. Example, in the UK, the Qualifications and Credit Framework, QCF, was previously managed by the Office of Qualifications, Ofqual, but it's now part of the Regulated Qualifications Framework, RQF, overseen by the same body. Ofqual regulates qualifications, examinations, and assessments. 2. National Qualifications Authorities. These independent or semi-independent bodies are specifically established to manage the NQFs. They focus on the development, regulation, and quality assurance of qualifications. Example, South African Qualifications Authority, SAQA, manages the South African NQF, ensuring that qualifications meet the required standards and promoting the recognition of learning achievements. 3. Quality assurance agencies. These agencies focus on maintaining the quality and standards of qualifications within the NQF. They accredit institutions, approve programs, and monitor compliance with quality standards. Example, Quality Assurance Agency for Higher Education, QAA, United Kingdom, ensures higher education qualifications within the UK's framework meet high-quality standards. 4. Sector skills councils and industry bodies. These organizations represent the interests of specific industries or sectors. They develop and endorse occupational standards and qualifications that meet industry needs. We will do a set of videos dedicated to sector skills councils in the future, but check out our latest blog on our website, which will provide you with a discussion point. The link is in the description below. Example, Sector Education and Training Authorities in South Africa develop skills plans and manage the delivery of sector-specific training in line with the SANQF. 5. Professional and regulatory bodies. These organizations are responsible for setting standards and qualifications for specific professions. They often collaborate with national qualifications authorities to ensure alignment with the NQF. Example, the Engineering Council, United Kingdom, regulates the engineering profession, setting standards for qualifications and professional development. 6. Educational institutions and training providers. While not typically managing the NQFs directly, these bodies are crucial in implementing and delivering the qualifications within the framework. They work under the guidelines set by the regulatory authorities to ensure that their programs meet the required standards. Example, Technical and Vocational Education and Training Colleges, South Africa, provide vocational education and training that aligns with the SANQF. But how do these NQFs get their mandate to operate? The mandate often comes through national legislation or policy directives. This legal backing ensures that the framework has the authority to set standards, regulate qualifications, and maintain quality assurance. For example, in South Africa, the NQF Act No. 67 of 2008 provides SAQA with its mandate. In Australia, the AQF is supported by the Higher Education Support Act 2003, and the National Vocational Education and Training Regulator Act 2011. In the UK, Ofqual's mandate comes from the Apprenticeships, Skills, Children and Learning Act 2009. These legislative acts empower the custodians to perform their roles effectively, ensuring that qualifications remain relevant, reliable, and rigorous. As of the latest available data, over 150 countries have developed or are in the process of developing National Qualifications Frameworks, NQFs. These frameworks vary widely in terms of their structure, scope, and the stages of their implementation. Despite the widespread adoption of NQFs, there is still significant room for development and enhancement in several areas. Let's discuss the key functions of the bodies that oversee NQFs. These functions are crucial for maintaining the integrity and effectiveness of the framework. They typically include 1. Quality assurance, ensuring that the education and training providers meet established standards. This involves regularly monitoring, evaluating, and reviewing educational programs and institutions. This function involves developing and implementing policies and procedures that ensure the continuous improvement of educational standards. For instance, Ofqual in the UK conducts inspections and audits to ensure compliance with quality standards. 2. Accreditation, granting recognition to institutions and programs that meet specific criteria. This process ensures that the qualifications offered are credible and respected nationally and internationally. This is a rigorous process where institutions and programs are evaluated against set standards. For example, the Australian Skills Quality Authority, ASQA, accredits vocational education and training providers. This ensures they deliver high-quality training that meets industry needs. This is the common factor across all organizations that manage NQFs, and we will investigate the standards for accreditation in more detail in the future. However, accreditation simply refers to the standards, criteria, that qualifications must meet to be approved, endorsed and placed on the NQF. 3. Oversight of awarding bodies, regulating the organizations that issue qualifications, to ensure they adhere to the standards and requirements of the NQF. This includes monitoring their operations, processes, and the qualifications they award. For example, bodies like the South African Qualifications Authority, SAQA, oversee the awarding bodies, to ensure they are competent and consistent in their assessment and certification processes. This oversight helps maintain the credibility of qualifications and the trust of employers and learners. 4. Regulation and policy implementation, establishing regulations, policies, and guidelines to govern the qualifications and ensure they meet national and international standards. 5. Recognition and equivalency, facilitating the recognition and equivalency of qualifications both nationally and internationally, supporting the mobility of learners and workers. The European Qualifications Framework, (EQF), is a great example of this function in action, helping to compare and recognize qualifications across Europe. 6. Stakeholder engagement and collaboration, engaging with various stakeholders, including educational institutions, industry representatives, and professional bodies, to ensure that the qualifications meet the needs of the economy and society. For instance, Ofqual regularly consults with educators and industry leaders to stay aligned with current trends and requirements. 7. Monitoring and evaluation, continuously monitoring and evaluating the effectiveness of the NQF and its impact on education and employment outcomes. This involves collecting data, conducting research, and making necessary adjustments to improve the framework's performance. To understand the real-world impact of NQFs, let's look at a few case studies. 1. Germany. The German Qualifications Framework, DQR, has significantly enhanced the transparency and comparability of qualifications nationwide. This framework supports the recognition of vocational and academic education qualifications, making it easier for workers and students to move between jobs and educational institutions within the EU. The DQR aligns with the European Qualifications Framework, EQF, facilitating international mobility and cooperation. This has particularly benefited industries requiring a skilled workforce, such as engineering and healthcare. 2. Malaysia. The Malaysian Qualifications Framework, MQF, has streamlined the recognition of skills and qualifications, supporting the country's goal of becoming a regional education hub. The MQF covers all levels of education and training, from vocational to higher education, ensuring that qualifications are consistent and meet international standards. By doing so, Malaysia has attracted international students and professionals, boosting its educational institution's reputation globally. The MQF also supports lifelong learning, enabling individuals to upskill and reskill as needed, which is crucial for the dynamic Malaysian economy. 3. Kenya. The Kenya National Qualifications Framework, KNQF, has played a vital role in recognizing informal and non-formal learning, which is crucial for the country's diverse and dynamic workforce. Many Kenyans acquire skills outside formal education settings, and the KNQF provides a mechanism to certify these skills, enhancing employability and career progression. This recognition is particularly important in the agriculture, construction, and technology sectors, where practical skills and on-the-job training are highly valued. The KNQF also promotes the alignment of Kenyan qualifications with international standards, supporting the mobility of workers and learners globally. In summary, NQFs are managed by national custodians, typically government bodies or independent agencies. These custodians ensure that qualifications meet national and international standards through functions such as quality assurance, accreditation, and oversight of awarding bodies. The mandate to operate these frameworks usually comes from national legislation, providing the necessary authority to regulate and maintain the quality of qualifications. Understanding who manages NQFs and how they operate is crucial for anyone involved in education and workforce development. That's all for today's video. I hope you found this information valuable. If you have any questions or thoughts, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Please check our website for more valuable information, free resources, blogs, and more. There are some links in the description below. But until the next time, keep learning and growing. See you all soon. Thanks.